Hi, my name is Zoe, and I made a big mistake. Now my life is a raging inferno. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. If you do, you could be the lucky winner of $10,000 in just 7 days. Spread the word to your friends and family. Ever since I was a kid, I knew it was my destiny to be a famous chef. I baked my first souffle when I was 3, published my first cookbook when I was 5, and 2 days before my 7th birthday, I won the Grand National Bake Off Contest. I guess I got it from my mom, who was one of the best chefs in the country. She even had her own cooking show on TV. But my dad couldn't fry an egg to save his life. He was Mom's manager, and they were head over heels in love. Or I thought they were. But when I was 15, my world turned upside down. Mom ran off with a food critic. Dad and I were devastated. Dad sobbed for weeks and couldn't bear to leave the house because billboards of Mom were everywhere. Soon, he lost all of his clients, was fired from his company, and the bills started piling up.
How could she do this to us? To me?
I don't know, Dad, but it's been 6 months and the rent's past due. Maybe it's time to focus on getting a new job. Luckily, Dad took my advice and got a job online, but it wasn't enough to make ends meet. I tried my best to help out by baking pies and selling them to our neighbors after school. I even reached out to my mom to see if she could help us, but she said she had no money to spare because she was planning a huge wedding. I was so mad at Mom, I deleted her number from my phone. I couldn't believe she was so selfish. And Dad often started falling sick and would mostly stay in bed, sobbing. Stupid love had turned my mom into a selfish monster, my dad to a baby, and ruined my life. So I decided I'd never fall in love. My plan worked well until my senior year when I had an amazing glow up and inherited my mom's good looks. Suddenly, all the boys started noticing me.
Hey Zoe, wanna go to the movies this weekend?
Ugh, I'd never go to the movies with you. When's the last time you showered? You smell like a rotten egg.
Zoe, did you want to go to the spring dance with me?
Bro, are you kidding? Not if you were the last guy on earth. Okay, fine. I was mean, but I was protecting my heart. Besides, I was doing them a favor. Relationships are messy, and they bring out the worst in people. After months of insulting just about every boy in school and making a few of them cry, the rest of the kids started avoiding me like the plague. I didn't mind. I hardly had time for friends. I was too focused on my studies. I dreamed of becoming a world-renowned chef, opening a 5-star restaurant, paying off all Dad's medical bills, and buying us a mansion on the beach. In the summer after my senior year, I was accepted into a top culinary school. Look, Dad, I got in! The good news cheered Dad up. He even got out of bed and tried to bake me my favorite cookies. It felt good to see my dad in good spirits, but when I discovered that I didn't get the scholarship to pay for my tuition, my hopes were dashed.
Honey, we're going to get you into that school.
How? We'll never be able to afford it. That day, Dad put on a suit and went out to look for a new job. A couple weeks later, he landed a position at a new management company. He even pulled some strings to get me an internship at a famous 5-star restaurant that catered to celebrities and socialites.
The owner is Miss Gina Tequila. She's discovered some of the most successful chefs in the business. Impress her, and she can make your dreams come true.
I was so excited to start on my new adventure, but I was in for a rude awakening. On my first day, the moment I stepped in the door, this boy my age named Hunter shoved a bucket of silverware and a broom in my face.
You're late. The dinner rush will be here in 10 minutes. Polish these, then mop the floors.
I thought I was supposed to assist in the kitchen. I'm an award-winning chef. I have my own cookbook. I showed Hunter some of my old newspaper clippings and my resume.
Stop wasting my time with this foolishness. Only the best chefs in the world have the honor to cook in our kitchen, and I've never heard of you.
Maybe I should talk to Miss Gina.
I'm the manager, Miss Gina's eyes and ears, and what I say goes. You're not touching that stove. After you've done scrubbing the floors, you can start washing dishes.
Hunter was a total jerk, and he got even worse once the guests arrived.
Zoe, we need those dishes clean.
Bro, I'm moving as fast as I can.
That's not fast enough.
He buzzed around me, yelling like a maniac. I got so nervous I dropped a handful of plates on the floor, and they smashed to pieces. Then the chef walked by and slipped and sprained his ankle.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
A second later, the whole kitchen went into a panic. The servers came in demanding their orders, but the chef was in no condition to stand, let alone cook. Suddenly, Miss Gina strutted into the kitchen in her Prada dress and jewels. The guests are complaining. This is unacceptable. Where is the food? Hunter turned as white as a ghost.
The chef keys.
I don't care. Fix it, Hunter, or you're fired. She stormed off in a huff. More servers came into the kitchen demanding food. Then Hunter looked at me.
Zoe, you said you can cook. You think you could help us out?
I thought you didn't want me touching the stove.
Forget what I said earlier. Please help me. I'll do anything. I'll buy you ice cream. I'll give you a raise. I'll shine your shoes. I'll clean your house for a week. Anything you want. I can't afford to get fired.
Deal. I washed my hands, put on an apron, and got to work. I filled all the orders and added my own special twist on each recipe. All the customers loved my cooking, and a few of them even asked to thank me personally. This was delicious. I've never tasted anything so amazing. Miss Gina was so impressed. At the end of the night, she gave me a $500 tip. Just as I was leaving, Hunter ran up to me.
Thanks for having my back in there. Sorry if I came off as a jerk.
You were worse than a jerk. More like a monster. No, an ogre. An irritating mosquito.
You're right. It's just that this job can be a little stressful. Miss Gina wants things to be perfect, and I need this job to take care of my mom.
I get it. My dad was sick for a while. I had to take care of him too.
How about we go out for that ice cream I promised?
I agreed, and Hunter took me to my favorite ice cream shop. We hung out for a couple of hours, and to my surprise, he was a really nice guy. We had a ton of things in common. We liked the same music, movies, and MSA videos. Did you see this on TikTok?
No way. I watch MSA on YouTube. TikTok turns your brain into mush.
I know, right? We both loved food. Though Hunter wasn't a chef, he dreamed of opening his own restaurant one day. And Hunter's parents had gotten divorced, just like mine. After that, Hunter and I started hanging out, and we were totally just friends. Neither of us had time for a relationship, not to mention love. We both knew how that ended. But the more we hung out with each other, the more I started to think that maybe liking a boy wasn't all that bad. One time, Hunter was walking me home. It was really cold, so he took off his jacket and draped it over my shoulders. I looked up at him, and just as I was about to thank him for being so sweet, something inside me started to tingle.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
All googly-eyed. Oh wow, you're blushing. Do you have a crush on me?
No way! You're not even my type!
You're lying.
No, I'm not. Hunter stepped toward me and smiled. He stared at me with his dreamy brown eyes, and I swear they were like kryptonite. My heart started racing. Then suddenly, we were hugging, and it was amazing. At that moment, I realized that I liked him more than a friend, but we never said the L word. That was totally off limits. As the weeks passed, my life got better by the day. Hunter was great. My job was fabulous. Dad was even doing much better and was making more money than he'd ever made before. Miss Gina was so impressed with my cooking that she gave me a raise and decided to mentor me. She called me into her office and let me help her choose new items for the menu. She even gave me advice on how to be a successful businesswoman. It felt really nice to have Miss Gina take me under her wing. She reminded me of how my mother used to be. But one day, the craziest thing happened. Miss Gina hosted a gala at the restaurant and invited dozens of wealthy guests. Towards the end of the evening, I saw Miss Gina hug a wealthy man with a really expensive watch, but as she pulled away, she snatched the watch off his wrist and slid it into her purse. The man didn't even notice. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought I must have been mistaken, but then I saw her swipe a diamond ring off a woman's finger, an expensive necklace off an old woman, and a man's wallet. I was shocked. Miss Gina was a thief. Miss Gina caught me staring at her. She rushed over to me, dragged me into her office, and slammed the door shut behind us. You stole from those people. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I saw it with my own eyes. Fine, but it's not what you think. I need that money to keep this restaurant afloat, and those rich people have more money than they can ever need. Plus, they've got insurance. They can replace anything I stole. It's a win for everyone. I pawned the jewelry and reinvested into the restaurant so I could pay all of my employees. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't be able to afford to stay in business. But stealing is wrong. Losing this restaurant is worse. Think about Hunter, the busboy, the servers. They wouldn't be able to pay their bills or take care of their families if this restaurant shuts down. Life's not fair, Zoe. I'm just trying to even the odds. But if you want to report me, then go ahead. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to report Miss Gina, but I couldn't be responsible for Hunter and all the others losing their jobs. I'm glad I can trust you to keep this between the two of us, but can you do me a teeny favor? Don't tell Hunter about our little chat. I doubt he'd understand. After that, things went downhill. I hated keeping Miss Gina's secret, and worst of all, I hated lying to Hunter. It got so unbearable that I started avoiding him.
Are you okay? You seem stressed out.
It's nothing. Oh, I think I hear a dirty dish calling. I've gotta go. But he could tell something was off.
Did I do something to make you upset?
No, I'm as cool as a cucumber. No, an ice cube, an iceberg, and an igloo.
I don't think that's true. I feel like there's something you're not telling me, and it's obvious you're avoiding me. You run away every time you see me, and you never answer my texts.
Just then, I spotted Miss Gina watching me like a hawk. Jeez, can a girl just have some space? I have my own life. Maybe you should get one too. That came off way harsher than I meant it to, and I could tell I hurt Hunter's feelings.
Fine, I was just trying to be nice. It's not like I'm in love with you or anything.
Hunter marched off, and my heart sank. Forget about him. You should be focusing on your career anyway. Miss Gina appreciated me for keeping her secret so much that she let me handle the accounting for the restaurant and even hired me to cook for a few private functions. With all the extra gigs and the tips, I'd made more than enough to pay the tuition for my first semester at culinary school, and we were only halfway through the summer. Things were going well, but it was bittersweet because I couldn't share the good news with Hunter. Then one day, I came home from the gym and noticed Miss Gina's convertible parked in my driveway. I walked in, and what I saw rocked my world. Miss Gina and Dad were flirting on the couch. Miss Gina, what are you doing here? here? I thought I'd stop by and surprise you.
Miss Gina was telling me how great you've been doing at work.
And your dad came up with a wonderful idea. He's going to host a big event at our restaurant. He's inviting all his new clients and his business partners. It's going to be fabulous. Why didn't you tell me your dad was so smart and attractive? My blood ran cold. All I could think about was Miss Gina stealing from Dad's rich clients. What if she got caught? What if she started stealing from my dad? What if she stole his heart? Maybe that's not such a good idea. Oh, don't be silly. Oh my, I'm so thirsty. Could you be a dear and get me something to drink? As soon as Dad left the room, Miss G whispered, "Don't you ruin this for me. We've hit the jackpot. I won't help you cheat my dad's clients." Oh, it's too late for that. If I go down, you go down too. Your name's on the accounting statements. And if the police get their hands on those records, you'll be in far more trouble than me. I had a really bad feeling, so I rushed out of there and headed straight to the restaurant. As far as I knew, I did nothing wrong. All I did was keep track of the receipts. But as I looked at the numbers, things weren't adding up. I noticed that Miss Gina had been stealing our clients' credit card information, charging them for bogus items, and depositing the extra money into a secret account. And she'd been doing it under my name. I think once she had me sign some lengthy documents, which I now realize were bank papers. I was so busy and distracted at the time. She was right. If I said anything, I was toast. The night of Dad's event, I was on edge. I didn't know what to do. Dad, his clients, and all his business associates had all showed up, and Miss Gina was grinning from ear to ear. I felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't keep lying for Miss Gina, but if I said anything, my whole world could shatter to pieces. As I was cooking, I must not have been paying attention, because out of nowhere, flames went up from the stove, and I saw my life flash before my eyes. Hunter darted toward me and pulled me away from the stove. Suddenly, the kitchen erupted into flames. The fire alarm blared, and everyone ran outside. Miss Gina marched up to me, screaming like a banshee. "You did this on purpose. You're trying to ruin me." "No, it was an accident. I swear." "Liar." Then something inside me broke. I couldn't let Miss Gina control me anymore. So I told the truth. You're right. I am a liar, but not anymore. I told the police all about Miss Gina's stealing and how she tried to blame it all on me. The police conducted an extensive investigation and learned that Miss Gina had done this before. She was wanted in 5 states for running the same scheme, but under different names. My record was cleared of any wrongdoing, and Miss Gina was sent to jail.
Why didn't you tell me what was going on? You didn't have to go through this alone.
I didn't want you to get hurt.
So you broke my heart instead?
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Maybe we can start over? But this time, no more lies. Nothing but the truth.
I think we can give that a try.